From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Almost a year after massive wildfires led officials in Montreal to cancel two major fireworks shows due to increased smog, groups representing pyrotechnical companies have released a study that concludes the displays actually have little effect on air quality. Using 2023 air quality data gathered near firework launch sites and records from Quebec's Environmental Department, the consulting firm found in every case that pollution from fireworks shows respected provincial norms. Nearly 10 vessels have been out on the waters of a remote lagoon off of northern Vancouver Island looking to entice a young killer whale back into open ocean, but there's no guarantee of success.
A team of Federal Fisheries Department marine mammal experts and First Nations leaders say 6 days of whale rescue attempts haven't been fruitful, but they won't stop. The Fisheries Department says tidal waters are expected to be more shallow through the weekend. A Hadisat First Nation chief Simon John says his people, who have deep spiritual and cultural connections to killer whales, are united in their goal of having the orca calf reunited with its extended family. The nation has given the young calf the name Quisaheus, which means brave little hunter. The killer whale calf has been alone in the lagoon since Saturday after its pregnant mother became stranded in the lagoon during low tide and died. Nicole Reese, The Canadian Press.
A new poll from Leger says just over half of all Canadians that participated are in agreement favoring a ban of social media app TikTok. The poll follows a U.S. bill aimed at banning TikTok over national security concerns related to its Chinese ownership and reveals that Canada has an ongoing national security review of TikTok. A recovery effort continues in Baltimore to find bodies of 4 workers who were on the bridge when the container ship that lost steering and power slammed into it. The bridge collapsed and the twisted metal is now partially underwater or lying on top of the ship's bow with debris blocking Baltimore's harbor.
Beams weighing millions of pounds will need to be cut into pieces, then lifted off with a crane. The U.S. Navy assisting with 3 cranes and other support ships, and President Biden has approved Maryland's $60 million request for their immediate needs. The governor highlighting a number of priorities, saying clearing boat traffic to the port is vital to the economy and recovering the workers' bodies.
It is our obligation to bring a sense of closure to these families.
Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Baltimore.
The U.S. Coast Guard says it is searching for a U.S. Marine who went swimming in high surf off Puerto Rico's northeast coast while on vacation. 26-year-old Samuel Wancheroux from Massachusetts was visiting the island with his family when he went missing after going into the water. Marine David Colfie is in Worcester, saying there's a tight bond between Marines.
You can meet another Marine half a world away and get to talking like you're, long-lost friends.
The U.S. Coast Guard has issued a warning about high surf and dangerous rip currents in the region. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Jamie Benn's power play goal at 16 minutes 52 seconds of the third period snapped a 1-1 tie, lifting the visiting Dallas Stars to a 3-1 victory over the Vancouver Canucks. Jason Robertson also scored an empty net goal for the Stars, who won their 6th straight game. JT Miller scored for the Canucks, who have now dropped 2 in a row. Pavel Buchnevich scored twice as the St. Louis Blues doused the Calgary Flames 5-2. Zach Bolduc, Jake Neighbors, and Brandon Saad also scored for the Blues, while Andrei Kuzmenko scored twice for the Flames, who have lost 5 straight. George Springer, Kevin Biggio, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. homered to lead the Toronto Blue Jays to a season-opening 8-2 victory over the host Tampa Bay Rays. Alejandro Kirk and Bobby Shett drove in 2 runs apiece for the Jays. Toronto starter Jose Berrios gave up a leadoff homer to Yandy Diaz before settling down and striking out over 6 batters through 6 innings. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.